Hi guys, it's Dave in real life and welcome to this predictions video. Sadly there's no FA Premier League football games this week, but what this is an FA Cup double point special. So we are going to be predicting 20 games from this weekend's FA Cup. So that should be exciting and make up for the lack of Premier League football this weekend. But we are going to have a look at the Championship table as it stands now. Sadly, we have missed a few players off who haven't been putting their predictions in regularly. So we're back down to 13 players. Hopefully we can attract some more players in the future. But without further ado, we will have a look at that league table. We're going to look at the lower positions first. And at the bottom, in 13th, is David Connolly with only 4 points. Then we've got William, who is in 12th with 5. And then we've got James Chadwick on 6. Then we move up and we have a look at 10th place, which is Jesse on 7. We've got Dylan also on 7. Then we've got Deal, Leeds 2021, and Sam and Edward all on 8 points. So then we will go into the top 4, which is Austin, 316 on 9 points. Then we have got the top 3 players, which is including myself, with Connor and Mouldy Spoon all on 12 points. So that is the table up to date. Obviously, this is a double points weekend. There is rumours saying that the FA are going to make all the teams play this weekend. So, thankfully, I don't think there'll be any postponements. I will say this, with them being a cup game, we're only counting the 90-minute scoreline. We are not counting extra time. We're not counting penalties. So I don't want to hear any arguments on, but the team scored in extra time. I don't care. We're only counting the 90-minute scoreline. So whatever it is after the 90 minutes, if it does go into extra time, still we will be ignoring it. It's just, so if you go for a draw, it's a draw. It is basically what I'm saying. I don't care about the extra time or the penalties scoreline. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. But we are going to go into the predictions now. All these games will be in the description of this video below, or the bio, whichever way you want to call it, so that you'll be able to see for yourselves the games that we are predicting. I have tried to just pick majority of the Premier League games. There is some other games thrown in there, but yeah, a lot of these are just involving the Premier League teams. So we're starting with on Saturday. Ignore the Man City game, but we are starting on Saturday with the Burnley Huddersfield game. Steady victory for Burnley, I think. It's a Premier League team going up against, I believe, a Championship team. So we are going for Burnley 2-0 over Huddersfield. Millwall then is up against Crystal Palace, all London affair. I'm going for 2-1 to Palace in that game. Then we'll have Leicester City versus Watford, all Premier League clash. I'm going 2-0 to Leicester City. Newcastle are up next against Cambridge United. I think Newcastle should easily win this one, and I think it'll be 3-0 to Newcastle. Then the 5th game is Port Vale versus Brentford. Obviously Brentford Premier League team doing okay-ish. I think they win 2-0 against Port Vale. Then we've got another West Brom versus Brighton. I'm going for, obviously, Brighton to win 2-1. Then we have a clash, which should see only one winner. Chelsea versus Chesterfield at the Seas. I've gone for Chelsea 4-0 in that one. They're the first draw of the FA Cup. I've gone Hull City 2, Everton 2. I don't know why I think this is going to be a draw. I think I'm probably giving more credit to Hull City than I should do. But I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. We go into Swansea versus Southampton. I think Southampton will win 2-1 in that game. And then the second draw is Coventry versus Derby. Yes, non-Premier League team game, but I've gone for a 0-0 draw in that one. So that is the first 10 games. A lot of them games will be played on the Saturday. I believe the majority of these are played on the Sunday now. So we go on to Luton versus Harrogate. I do think Luton win 3-0 in that one. Harrogate a non-league team, as I believe. So yeah, I'm going for Luton in that game. Then we've got Cardiff City v Preston North End. Do realise that some of our American friends playing this game do not know these teams, these countries even. What the chuff. So I've gone for Preston to win 2-0 in that game. I've got Charlton Athletic versus Norwich City. I've gone for one apiece for that. That will get decided on a penalty shootout in all fairness. Then we've got Liverpool versus Shrewsbury. Yes, Liverpool's game against Arsenal was postponed in midweek. I do think they will field the team. I have no idea what that team will be, as a lot of stars are African Cup of Nations or got COVID or whatever. But I still think Liverpool will be good enough to win 3-0 on the day. Then we've got Stoke City v L Orient. Yeah, 2-1 to Stoke City. Spurs versus Morecombe. I think Spurs are going to be easy. The victors there, 4-0 I've gone for. So West Ham versus Leeds United. Yet another Premier League game. All Premier League. I think West Ham are certainly playing well enough. So I've gone for 2-0 to West Ham. Got Wolverhampton Wanderers, or aka Wolves, versus Sheffield United. I've gone 1-0 to Wolves on that one. Then a game which I think is just like an old classic game. If anybody what knows about English football, this fixture used to come up quite a lot in the old First Division days, which is Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. I've gone for 3-1 to Arsenal in this game. I think Arsenal are slightly better. And then the last game, which is the Monday night football game between Manchester United and Aston Villa. I have to say that Aston Villa, with just signing Coutinho, I don't know if Coutinho will be able to play in that game. But if you're a Villa fan, you'd certainly hope that he would, because he could be a massive difference maker. But I have that as a 1-1 draw, surprisingly enough. I think that Aston Villa go there and get something. So it certainly looks like an extra time bound, or maybe even penalties. A lot of people will probably even go for Villa to beat Man United. But I've gone for a draw. So there you go. There is 20 games for this weekend's FA Cup. A lot of them, I've tried to fire my way straight through them all so that this didn't become this like really long video. But yeah, all these games will be put in the description of this video for you to able to see which games we are predicting.